Hello, welcome to Earth Defense Force 5. This is the 5th game in the mainline series of Earth Defense Force. And I think the 3rd one to be released in America. Now here, this will be a playthrough on normal difficulty focusing on the Ranger class. There are 4 different playable characters, actually. Each of them with wildly different playstyles and weaponry. So, with that, I shall name my character. No, the save. I like marshmallow. Okay, how about... You know what? Good enough. Nah, how about... John. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, there's a 16 character limit for some reason. Is what it is. Now, what this game is, it's basically a third-person shooter. And, my goodness, yeah. It's been a long minute since I played this game. Yeah, here, 4 playable classes. And the reason why they look like this now is because this is actually their civilian costumes. The storyline in this game is actually a bit more of a story. Compared to previous games a little bit. Okay, no support equipment. Wait, am I able to, okay, no. Not yet. Like, your character starts off as a civvy, then along the game they're like, oh yeah, let's just recruit you in. But yeah, that's basically it. Today's schedule. Today you're assigned to Base 228. After arrival, please follow the staff's instructions and confirm your duties. The base will open up to the public this afternoon. EDF has been putting great efforts in building a better relationship with the neighborhood over the years. A large number of visitors are expected. Security and safety will be your primary concern. And... no. Not yet. I'm just gonna do normal difficulty. The thing with the higher difficulties...
You must be the newbie.
Yes.
Shall we start? Our job today is to direct traffic. You see,
Sweet.
today is open house, and we're expecting a lot of visitors. It's gonna be a busy day.
Okay.
You might be familiar with directing traffic, but there are tanks and powered exoskeletons in the base, so you gotta watch out.
Oh yeah.
Now we're at the underground warehouse. This is the only place we can borrow. Let's start our basic training.
Yeah, and here's basically the tutorial of the game. Yep, push the WASD keys to move.
Nice.
Oh, why thank you. Change facing with the mouse. Yeah, just look around.
bad.
Oh, why thank you. I like this guy.
You passed.
Oh, thank
Good
you.
work then.
Sweet, yeah, let's go.
I'll show you the way. Follow me.
Yes.
But yeah, this game...
Keep up. The bottom of the base is huge.
One way I could explain it...
Lost.
Oh, sorry. One way I could explain it is it's kind of like a Muso game. In the sense that there's like...
Run!
Don't worry, it's fine.
Okay. There's like 15 million enemies on the screen at once. And a lot of them die in a couple hits. But except it's also a third-person shooter as well.
What
Oh.
happened?
Oh.
The lights
Oh.
will return to normal soon.
Okay. Oh yeah, he was right. Dang. Yeah, we're safe here. It's just a security guard simulator. Nothing too serious happening.
I'm opening the gate now.
Oh, okay. But yeah, the series started out on the PlayStation 2 of the simple 2000 series. Yeah, because each game would cost 2,000 yen. And there are some games that... Oh, my goodness, from a distance, you can see their legs move weirdly, but yeah.
Skeleton hits like a truck. You don't want to get in their way.
Oh, they already destroyed a,
Answer me.
Oh.
What happened? He was eaten. George was eaten.
I feel bad for George.
Don't worry. Soldiers love making jokes like these.
Okay. Jokes.
Watch out for the tanks. This is a vehicle-only lane. Don't get hit.
What happens if I do get hit, actually? Oh. Well, I'm apparently a Terminator. Or I'm wearing freaking roller skates.
Something wrong with the circuit?
Which, actually, considering I kept moving forward when I wasn't moving my legs, I probably am wearing
Just
those.
switch on the light and it'll be fine.
Okay. Oh, look at that big old tank. Walk-in tank thing. Kind of like an armored core, I believe.
Powered exoskeletons are coming. Watch out.
Okay. But yeah, this game is... Yeah, the Simple 2000 series started with Monster Attack,
This
was the
base is
first
too
game.
large for humans. It looks like it's designed for military vehicles.
I mean, yes. Monster Attack, which was only released in Japan and Europe, never in the United States. And the second game was Global Defense Force, which
Emergency alert! Emergency alert! This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill.
Uh-oh. Is this still a joke?
Something did happen.
Oh, maybe something did happen. Oh gosh, that's great. I like this guy. But yeah, Global Defense Force, which I believe had the same general release. How it was only
Nervous.
PlayStation
Behind
2.
this gate is-
Oh, hello. Oh boy. Ah, darn, I like that guy. So, yeah, I'll just
Fire! Fire!
move. I'll just move.
Too huge! Die,
Ooh,
monster!
weapon drop. I wonder if I can grab it, actually. Sweet.
What the heck are these things?
Never seen creatures like these before.
Yes, you have.
Surviving dinosaurs, are they?
What? What makes you think that?
That was close.
Who is this?
Oh,
Are you all right?
yeah?
You are a civilian, aren't you?
Yeah.
Come, I'll give you a weapon.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, Global Defense Force also, I believe, was only in Japan and Europe.
This is an emergency.
And that's the second game of the series. And the third game, which is the one actually that was
Attacked
released...
by monsters.
Yes. That was also released
Don't know
in...
what they are and how many there are.
They're
And we
bugs.
don't know how they infiltrated us.
They're giant bugs.
We can't make contact with the ground. We are isolated. Before the reinforcements arrive, we are on our own. That is why I'm arming you.
Okay.
As soldiers, and it's our duty to protect civilians. Although I would like to guarantee your safety, I can't make that promise as long as the identity of the enemy is unknown. Use your weapon to protect yourself if you're in danger.
Okay.
Now I'm going to teach you how to use it.
Fair enough. But yeah, the third one is Earth Defense Force 2017, which is a game set in, well, 2017. And it was actually a reboot of the story. Every 2 games of this series, they kind of reboot the story. The sequel to 2017 itself was
That's right.
2025, which was the first mainline game to have 4 playable characters. In Global Defense Force, it was mainly like just the Trooper and Pale Wing. It wasn't like that in Earth Defense Force 2017, it was only the Trooper. But when it came to 2025, they added the Wing Diver, which is basically Pale Wing. Nice. That's a big boy. Basically Pale Wing. And there's Air Raider, who can call in airstrikes. Yes, I have.
Yes, now you won't get in your own way. Good. Come with me.
And there's the Fencer, who is wearing like that power armor and can carry super heavy weapons.
Looks like we have to take a detour.
And,
See,
and melee weapons as well.
I can unlock the blast doors, then everyone can escape. I'll
And-
take the lead. You guys watch my back and stay close.
And after 2025, there's actually
Might
4.1.
be running into some monsters. Take care of yourself, got it?
Oh, sure. But yeah, after that, there's 2020. No, there's 4.1. And that is effectively the definitive edition of 2025. It adds some missions and stuff. And yeah, this is actually new to Earth Defense Force 5. You can actually get armor and weapons for other classes while you're playing as one class. And yeah, so Galleon Lightweight Cannon, this is for the Fencer. Now, there are spin-offs of this game. There was Global Defense Force Tactics, I believe, where, of course, as it sounds, it's a tactics game. And then there was Insect Armageddon, which, I can't remember who developed it, but it's said to be not that good. It isn't really that good, but it's still fun, and actually, the game introduced me to the series. And then the next spin-off after that was
Monsters.
Earth Defense Force Iron Rain, which was made by a different developer. I think it was Ukes for that one. And it actually is...
Stay close if you want to live.
Iron Rain is actually pretty solid, honestly.
This is an emergency. You have to join the fight too, civilian.
Yeah.
Don't fight. You will become their food.
Ah.
We'll do our best to protect you.
Aw, thank you.
This your first time holding a gun?
Try to hold it together.
Aim at the enemy, then pull the trigger. Easy, huh?
But
Your hands can't be shaking.
considering how many times we're tagging each other...
This way.
But yeah, the Iron Rain is actually pretty solid. It's a fun game. It's not the best, but once you get the what was it? The Prowl Rider. Oh boy, does it get fun! You like
They're attacking our men.
what the heck? That's weird. I don't recall bringing my sound effect volume down that low.
Attack the monsters!
Yeah, I can't even hear my weapons at all.
Hey, there are too many!
Save us!
There we go.
Look at him bang! If you get bitten, you will die.
Yeah, Iron Rain was honestly pretty gosh darn solid. But I would honestly say the best EDF spin-off is World Brothers. That game is legitimately, it feels so much like an actual mainline EDF game. My main problem with it is kind of a similar problem I have with Pokemon, which is that there's just too many gosh darn playable characters, and it gets just confusing for me. I just get kind of overwhelmed on which ones to pick and such. Maybe that is a little too loud. And you don't have to worry about ammo count at all. You have infinite.
We're saved. What on earth happened?
Let's escape from underground. Head to the elevator.
The elevator's not moving. The cables are all destroyed.
This route doesn't work. Let's head back.
Hello, hello, Gadia981.
Elevator.
How are you doing
There's
tonight?
a passage for AFVs. Let's go through that passage to the surface.
But yeah,
The blast door now. Back off.
I really, honestly do enjoy World Brothers.
Pathway for
It's
AFVs.
honestly it's pretty solid. I got it on sale and I was like, this is pretty good.
Follow me.
But yeah, honestly, I do believe the best
Trick up our sleeve.
of the entire series I played is this one.
On the floor above.
Let's move to the hangar quickly.
There's just so much content in this one. It's pretty great.
Monsters! Let's go for help. Go in for backup.
This sprint is actually new to this game. It wasn't in any previous EDFs. All that I know of. All the EDFs I've played were Earth Defense Force 2017 Portable. I played 4.1, Insect Armageddon, Iron Rain, World Brothers, Earth Defense Force 2, Invaders from Planet Space, which is honestly one of the best freaking subtitles I've ever seen in a game. It is just fantastic. I love it. And that game was also pretty gosh darn solid. Both of those were on the PlayStation Vita.
We better get the hell out of here. Let's go. Follow me.
Yeah, I played 4.1 of course. And of course, I'm playing 5 right now.
Evidence in the hangar.
Do you mean the robot-like things?
Can anyone operate a powered exoskeleton?
The sergeant has a license for it.
Oh,
Leave
cool.
it to me. This is it. I'm opening the gate now.
Okay, there should be bad guys. Yep, there are.
Monsters incoming!
Those creatures ate their way through the wall to get in! Damn it! The powered exoskeletons have been destroyed.
Yeah, one of the important things in this game is practically crowd control. That is most of the combat in this game, but there are deadlier enemies and more tanky enemies in this game. You'll see them later on in my playthrough of this game. Oh. And don't worry, there are many more weapons you can get as well. Oh,
Looks like there's no
there we go.
functioning powered exoskeleton left.
They're all gone.
Yeah, these are health pickups. Whenever you grab them, they heal your health for this mission. Those red armor pickups I'm grabbing, those are permanent health upgrades. And each class has different scaling, like when you grab it as a wing diver, it doesn't give as much armor as if you were a fencer. Call me Azuki, I'm not good at English, but hello. Oh, hello Azuki. I hope you're... Oh, yeah, I can see that. Water... But I hope you enjoy. And it is good to have you here. Have you played these games before?
Monsters underground. Calling in for backup.
Did he just say you shall not pass? That's hilarious.
You didn't fall asleep or what? Monsters are crawling all over the place.
The rescue team will definitely come.
This way. Follow me.
Yeah, and the weapon pickups you grab,
Monster escaped from a
it's
zoo
a
or
random...
something?
A zoo?
We're talking about a horde of 10-meter monsters. Did no one notice a thing before the shit hit the fan?
Maybe they were hiding somewhere.
Talk about it later.
Huh. But yeah, hello, Azuki. I do hope you enjoy. I mean, I certainly enjoy this game. It is one of my favorite games of all time, actually. Oh, that's a lot of them.
The ceiling is collapsing!
The route is blocked.
There's a hole in the ceiling!
Monsters are coming from the hold!
But yeah, what types of weapons you can get is determined by the mission and difficulty. There are 5 difficulties, as you could see earlier. There was easy, normal, hard, hardest, and inferno. Oh, thank you.
What it takes to be a soldier. You want to join us?
Oh,
We'll change route.
okay.
This way.
And inferno is really difficult.
Keep moving forward.
Inferno is typically the hardest difficulty in each of the EDF games.
Is that so?
Oh.
I'm the best singer.
Oh, you're the best singer. Here, hang on.
Behind this blast door.
Oh, we are the
There might be
valiant
monsters.
infantry.
Yeah.
We are the
I'm
Alpha
opening
team
the
with
blast
passion
door
and
now.
camaraderie.
Yeah, you can sing in this game. It's great.
I need some mental preparation.
And once you get followers, you can have them sing too.
Monsters on the other side of the door.
Shout, sing.
Hear us as we shout at the top of our lungs.
Oh.
Zombie bullet, raise your guns. Scary. Grief.
Let's move on.
They're like, and then, oh, there's nothing here. Oh, wow, that reminds me of, like, that optical illusion.
Why isn't there any contact from the ground force?
They must be busy prepping the rescue teams now.
Like, that optical illusion where it's like these white lines and black squares. And if you look between the lines, you can kind of see a little black square coming out of that as well.
Team will be here soon.
It's weird.
Must be standing by on the ground surface now.
First time I heard the English version of this song. Yeah. All the songs are great.
Come in. Requesting surface. Sit.
Let me see. Utau Sugoi, I believe, would be the phrase.
Why isn't there any response from the ground force?
Maybe something happened.
I'm not too well versed in Japanese. I know some, but I don't know a lot.
The rescue team must be waiting on the surface. We'll be safe once we get out from here.
I know a lot of people prefer EDF4's songs, and say that the ones in this one are worse, but I'm just like, how can you improve on perfection?
Nothing's more terrifying than an army of monstrous living creatures.
I read about this in a sci-fi novel. In the story, a bunch of rats got into a spaceship. They kept multiplying, and they ended up eating all the food.
Jeez, living creatures can reproduce.
Okay.
Are you saying that there will be more monsters?
Should we really stay here?
He just said it's not a game. This one did.
You like the army?
Not you like the arm. Oh my goodness.
The situation is... Sergeant, you are okay?
I'm going to the surface. Open the blast door.
No way. It's likely that there are monsters on the other side.
I see.
I see. Yeah, the voice acting.
The monsters.
Oh boy, the voice acting. I mean, this is effectively a playable Bean movie, and I freaking love it.
Open the blast door.
Yes, sir.
New enemy is approaching.
There are more than I thought.
There are way too many.
Nothing to fear. Exterminate them all.
Yeah, one of the best parts, the best additions in 4.1, is the ability to activate songs yourself.
Can't take it
It's pretty
anymore.
great. And in this one, you can still do that. Upgrades. Oh. Wait, no. Utau is to sing, I believe. It's been a while. I'm not able to conjugate very well. But yeah, this is legitimately one of my favorite game series, like, ever. Like, some of my favorite other game series would be... Oh.
We'll be fine once we get back to the surface.
Borderlands, I brought that up before, I believe. Like, I even really enjoyed the pre-sequel. Even though I hear a lot of people don't, I enjoyed it myself. The main issue with that was lack of in-game.
We can meet up with our unit.
Mega Man Zero is, of course, another one of my favorite series.
We'll be safe once we are on the surface. Now, move it.
Yep, let's go.
Hey, civilian. That was quite impressive.
Oh, thank you.
After we get out, visit the army recruiter. He'll help you with the paperwork.
Oh, that one has a flamethrower. Ha!
No one is
Right after I said that, he said get fired up. That's hilarious.
Don't worry, civilian. We're safe now.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember if there was another fight up here or not. Like, but no, the mission cleared. There will be another fight. Oh. Okay, got a new sniper rifle. Okay. Lots of new weapons. Oh, another new thing in this game is these weapons, once you get more of them, they kind of level up on their own. Like you see these stars, once that star is filled in, it has its maximum potential for that stat. Yeah, we'll be getting a lot of weapons. There's a lot of them. Okay, so what's this one? Laser sight. Okay. Increased damage. Decreased range, but accuracy is improved, so I'll take it. Yeah, the accuracy of the previous one was just kind of poor. Sniper rifles. That looks like an op. Is there a way to spin around my character? I don't think so. Well, I think there is, but I just don't remember the buttons for it. And I don't think I got new support equipment. No, I did not. So let's go to the next mission. Crisis in Base 228 Part 1. Yeah, here... when it comes to friendly fire damage, you can, if you're like playing co-op. And you're, also other EDF soldiers as well. And depending on the difficulty, you deal more damage to them based on that difficulty. Wow, that was an awkward sentence. But yeah, some of my other favorite game series,
There's the exit.
it's not really a series, but I really do like Gotcha Force.
The enemy is closing in.
What should we do now? What's going on?
I really enjoy Castlevania as well. The Metroidvania ones. I've actually played them on stream before.
Yum is melting.
Oh, and yeah, those are the transport ships.
Can't believe that.
They're flying saucers.
Yep.
Do you mean UFOs? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, they are UFOs.
A movie in the base while we were gone?
Our troops are in combat. We should back them up. Follow me.
There are monsters.
I would unironically get a gunpla of that.
Safer underground. We should have stayed down there.
It's much more dangerous on the surface.
You scared yet? Die, you monster!
Oh, and also, if you saw like the damage range for the weapons, that's another new mechanic. Can I ride this? Not yet. Okay.
Can't believe that the powered exoskeleton can't be activated in such a
The
crucial
far, with a lot of weapons, the farther away you are, the less damage it deals. Some of them have really bad damage drop-off. Like, a ridiculous degree.
It's acid.
And then once that range stat is hit,
combat suits are acid.
the bullet just disappears. Acid resistance.
Oh no! Ah! Help!
Is this game new to me? No, it's not. I've let me see how far I've gotten. Okay, so total completion rate has reached 64%. That seems to be the highest I've gotten. I believe I have done some hardest missions and some on Inferno, but I haven't outright beaten this game on Inferno.
Coming monsters!
Only EDF game I've beaten on Inferno, I believe, was Insect Armageddon.
Anyone capable of moving must fight.
And I totally predicted the ending to that, by the way.
Shoot them! Don't let the monsters get any closer.
Spoilers alert. Spoiler alert for like a 10-year-old game.
You are fine.
But when you get to the ending, based on the difficulty, a few other series?
Lieutenant was killed in action,
What do you
eaten
mean?
by a monster.
This is Iota 1. Activation sequence has reached final phase.
But yeah, the
Keep the monsters away from the powered exoskeletons.
Too many enemies. Evacuate the civilians.
They should be
Oh boy.
by now, but we can't be sure of that. We can't reach the corporal in charge of the escort.
But yeah, with the Insect Armageddon, each of the endings kind of extends based on the difficulty. I think there's only 3, like normal, hard, and inferno. It's a lot less content in Insect Armageddon, but
Is this true? What if we're wrong?
But yeah, at the end of it,
This is a special
on the
newsflash.
Inferno,
There have been accounts of UFO sightings everywhere across the globe. And this time, the UFOs aren't just moving flashes of light caught on camera. According to eyewitnesses, they saw flying objects made of metal. For now, the identity of these objects remains unclear. Since there are reports of sightings coming from everywhere, it is speculated that there are multiple UFOs flying in different areas.
Yep. But yeah, at the end of it, they're like Ops is going like, lightning, lightning! Lightning Alpha is the playable character who's like, I love you! And then it was like, I'm fine.
Incoming monsters!
And I was just like, oh my goodness. Like, when I first beat the game on hard, it just ends up with Lightning confirming he's fine. But on Inferno, it ends with him
Iota 1 is activated.
admitting their love for each other. And I was actually able, I was like, wait a minute, it sounds like she's gonna say, Lightning, I love you. And I'm like, I don't know why I thought that, but I turned out to be right. But yeah, this really is a great series. And the other, I brought up the Simple 2000 series before, where each of the games just cost 2,000 yen, which is about $20 US. And another one that got really big and had multiple games was One Chanbara. My goodness, that's loud. I don't know if you can even hear me. But yeah, One Chanbara. It's a game about killing zombies or something. I'm not entirely too sure myself. I know another friend of mine plays it, but I never have myself.
All exterminated. It's finally over.
Oh yeah, at the end of a mission, you get a little bit of a grace period to pick up items. Doesn't last too long, but oh wow, huh. Picked up a lot of stuff. If I recall correctly, there's like 80 missions in this game. This is a very mission-based game. Holding the trigger will armor-piercing high-explosive shells. Slow speed and short range. Okay. Range. Okay, makes sense. Oh, and shotguns in this game are pretty well buffed compared to the previous games. Ah, goodness. Like, it's pretty gosh darn powerful. Actually, when I was doing some Inferno missions, I actually did use a shotgun a lot when it came to Ranger. Minion Buster, let me... Ah, here we go. MLRA. I really like missile launchers. It's okay, I understand a little bit. Okay. But yeah, I really like the missile launchers in this game. I don't know why, I just really do. And actually, I think I got a support equipment. Oh, yes, I did. Walking speed and dash speed. I'll take it. And then part 2 for Crisis in the Base. Yeah, I remember the final boss in Earth Defense Force 2 Invaders from Planet Space was called like Floating City. I can't remember. But oh yeah, these are the Yeah, pylons. Well, yes, they are mechanical. Yeah, they're basically this game's anthills. No need to aim, I like it too. Oh, yeah, they're great. Although, I really like the ones that fire like 50 rounds, 50 missiles. Because it's just fun to watch. Okay. Yeah, this laser sight indicates if something is in range of this rifle or not. Some weapons have them, some don't.
At this rate, it'll become a monster nation.
Oh, that's a lot more pylons. Speaking of pylons, I never really played StarCraft at all. I've not really been one for...
UFOs. A monster has appeared in the same area where a UFO was previously sighted. It is said to be 10 meters long, extremely aggressive,
Oh.
and will most likely attack humans. Stay tuned for more updates.
Yeah, I've never really been one for real-time strategy. I did play Age of Mythology as a kid. And I actually do remember there was a... there was like a fan-made minigame in it. That I legitimately can't remember what it was called, but... what it was like this preset map and you had to destroy the enemy's one build. And whenever you got like kills of the enemy, you got more and better units. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Age of Mythology meme. I legitimately can't remember what it was called. But I do remember playing that, actually. Oh, right, I should probably focus on the, pylon. There we go. Oh boy. Well, oh hey, I'm wearing a tie. Gotta be sharp dressed when killing giant monsters.
Into the city, it will cause heavy casualties. Not only casualties,
Oh boy.
the whole city will be gone. What is going on? What in the world are we fighting against?
This is more than an act of terrorism.
Does that mean we're at war with some country? This is the world at war.
Wow. You know, actually...
I was about to travel abroad next week.
Oh.
Just my luck.
Well, my friend in Europe just told me that Marseille is being attacked by thousands of monsters.
Are you saying that we're not the only ones being attacked?
Nope.
It seems that monsters have appeared in Osaka too.
Oh.
A horde of UFOs were sighted too.
Of course, it's an invasion of Earth.
There's great confusion in the media right now, so keep it cool and don't start going around spreading rumors.
Honestly, this is a pretty
Good job.
interesting response. A lot of times in fiction, they're like, oh, it's immediately aliens, but no. Oh, excuse me. Here, they believe, like, oh, is it some country that's terrorism, or...
Evacuate now.
Oh, yep. Oh, hello. But yeah, here's the end of the mission. Because we are not dealing with all these pylons. Come on, come on, come on. Got it. Okay. Oh, a new, oh, wait, no, that's an upgrade to my previously existing rocket launcher. But I'll take it. So, oh, right, I forgot, this game does tell you the speed of the projectile. Increased damage, increased accuracy. Yeah, even though it says the capacity was increased, it's not really. Well, kind of. I think it's kind of working on decimals, and once it reaches the threshold, it does spill over. They're still saying it's terrorism. Yeah, they are. They are saying it's still terrorism because they just don't really... they don't really know. I mean, when it comes to technology, you never know, honestly, because there's a they send a man to a moon, and you just take a nap, and then boom, that power, that computational power that sent a man to the moon is now in your pocket. Like, what? Nah, I'm kidding. It's not. It is pretty fast, but okay. Oh yeah, there's a C4. Haha, basically. Yeah, I didn't really get an upgrade for this one. Only 26 damage though. Nah. 1.4 load. I'll keep using it because I like it anyway. No matter how you look at it, it's bad. Yeah. This entire situation is really bad.
Attack the monsters and stop the disaster.
A lot of times in EDF games, at the beginning,
Things are attacking the city.
People here are all civilians.
yep, a lot of civvies.
Sergeant, perfect timing. Please support us. There's no time to waste. We must minimize the casualties.
I see. We will join the fight.
Yeah, a lot of times at the beginning, it just seems... It has a serious tone, but it's not like, oh geez, everything's gone. But at the end game, though, it gets really depressing.
Which freaking country made these weapons?
And then, while that happens,
I'll find
you can do this.
all this horrible stuff and teach the guy a lesson.
Here's this. Whew, look at me go.
Sergeant, move with tanks. They can block off the acid from the monsters. Once the monsters get close, move with the tanks.
It's a similar thing with Dead Rising, actually.
City will be doomed if we don't destroy the pylon.
Well, the story and things and cutscenes are all like serious and like, oh geez, everyone's dying. But the player can be really goofy.
Take you to a safe place this time after we deal with the pylons.
Yeah. I got like 80 more missions of unsafe, so
Sergeant, thank you for your support.
Please tell me, when will we start a counterattack?
Sergeant, the enemy is much stronger than you can imagine.
citizens are decoy, they don't die. Oh, yeah, they're invincible. I wish they were like that in Payday because, bloody hell, they always get in the way of everything. Well,
the tanks will support the infantry.
well, then I would need like 50,000 zip ties during stealth. Oh well.
Here is a follow-up report on the flying objects. They seem to be dropping monsters in various different places.
But yeah, civvies are...
extremely dangerous.
Yeah,
So
they're
we urge you to
invincible.
keep a safe distance if you come across one.
Honestly, with all these cities being invincible, I'm surprised that they... I'm surprised these aliens can get that far. Yeah, I know, gameplay and story segregation, but... Hey, it doesn't mean I can't crack jokes about it.
Good. Keep it up. Destroy the pylons. Attack the top part.
This is the Strategic Intelligence Division. We will support you in the combat.
Thank you for the support.
No.
Based on the falling trajectories of the pylons, we've determined the location of the gigantic ship.
So that's the ship that deploys those pylons.
It's flying above the combat area now. It may deploy pylons. Please be on high alert to the sky.
You know, I myself have never really been to concerts. I think I've went to one, and it was a Toby Keith concert when I was little. Oh boy. But if there is a band that I really want to go to a concert of, it'd probably be Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I freaking love their music. Like, I got interested to them from Parasite or Kiseiju, and I just fell in love with them. Which is weird because I usually just like classic rock.
Ground troops, hold your ground before they're here.
Even though, then again, I have been really enjoying music from Symphogear.
This is Eagle 1. We're being attacked by UFOs.
Yeah, this one's a bit awkward. I probably should have kept using that rocket launcher instead of missile launcher. And yeah, that distinction, there is a distinction in this game. Rocket launchers don't home in. I mean, they don't lock on, and missile launchers do. There's... Oh boy. Yeah, typically there's different types of missile launchers in these games. There's one, like, just this one, which I believe in, like, in EDF 3 and 4, it's called Emerald, I believe. There's also one called, like, the Tortoise, that has long lock-on, really slow projectile, but really big boom and lots of damage. It's not that... Oh, that scared me. Okay. No, I'll explain. I'll explain. Okay. Now, what happened was, I saw my laser sight right there, like this, and I thought it was a sniper aiming at me. I'm like, wait a minute. Completely wrong game. Oh, boy. Hang on. Oh. Okay, I'm fine, I'm fine. Yeah, ever since I did an S-ranked run in Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, seeing that and then hearing RPG kind of really gets me. Oh, goodness. Now ain't that a Pavlovian response?
Strategic Intelligence Division. The gigantic ship is descending. It might be heading to the combat area.
Move! I love it. What did you say?
The time of arrival is... Wait, it can't be. It's already near ground level.
Oh boy. Legit though, I would love to go to a Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas concert. It'd probably be like super loud for me, but
so far, the identity
you
of
can
the
get hearing
foreign
protection.
objects remains unclear as governments worldwide deny involvement. And it hasn't been confirmed whether other organizations are involved. Although the government promised to clarify the situation, the current state is in chaos for authorities in question, so the situation remains obscure.
Makes sense.
I need information. What are we fighting against?
Hostile forces.
Nope.
What exactly does hostile forces mean?
Huh? Sergeant, this is not good.
The voice acting is glorious. I love it. You know, I myself have never really watched B movies. I only mainly know them by reputation. Yes, it is.
Could it be? Aliens?
Hello?
Like, I know...
Said he saw a monster. It's the size of an elephant.
Elephant?
Huh?
Jeez.
No? Why? Why don't you believe me?
Oh boy. But yeah, I completely forgot what I was talking about. Good job, me. Bloody hell.
Time to wake up. This is such a wild dream.
There are no
Oh yeah,
such
B-movies.
things as monsters.
Like, I know of Plan 9 from Outer Space and how it's just like one of the most famous, like, awful movies that people like ironically or something. Or actually, is it like kind of enjoyed in that kind of like, oh yeah, this movie is bad, but it's kind of awesome at the same time. But yeah, I only really mainly know of B-movies by reputation. Huh?
Flying saucers! Flying saucers are coming out!
Yep.
It's not a terrorist attack! It's an alien invasion!
Oh, okay, it's over. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. It's bigger than an elephant, I'd say. New grenade launcher. Okay. Not much I'll be using. Development said that 5 is a tribute to 2000 series. Really? Huh. Like the Monster Attack and Global Defense Force games? Huh. I miss around UFOs. Oh, yeah. Now it's mainly just the 3 and 4's gunships that people pay more attention to. Excuse me. And yeah, when I was playing EDF 2, actually, yeah, I remember there was a, one of the UFO enemies that was, like, just silver. And it would reflect your shots. And you had to wait for it to open up, and I was just like, because they're also so mobile, it's just so annoying as well. Unidentified flying objects. What on earth is that? Well, it's not on Earth. Oh yeah. I remember Kirby's UFO power.
There aren't any safe places anymore.
Mainly from Kirby Superstar Ultra, which I think I still have a copy of it.
Been made by another country?
Another country?
Hey, look! What are those?
Okay.
Flying saucers.
Are they enemies?
I actually remember Kirby and Squeak Squad. I remember I 100%ed that game several times, I believe. Because I just enjoyed 100%ing it, I guess. And I just did it. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna 100% the game again.
This is HQ. The flying saucers are dangerous.
I mean, Kirby is a great game series. I haven't really played anything after that, though. When I heard Homage, I thought Centipede was going to appear. Oh, yeah. Isn't that... Wait, isn't the Centipede in the DLC? Or, wait, no. That's in the World Brothers DLC. Yeah, I remember the Centipede in EDF2. Random security guard, operating military tanks, high-powered rifles, and rocket launchers equals EDF5 universe. Yeah, basically, Tats. How are you doing tonight, Tats? It's good to see you.
We analyzed.
Okay, honestly, we're getting to a point where that screen shake is just kind of obnoxious. Oh, that's good to see.
Action. We think
What?
that these weapons are.
Hang on. Oh, there it is. Screen vibration.
Autonomous battle drones, and I am afraid their targets are humans.
Unmanned killing weapons, huh?
You know, I love these games. Like,
It will result in unimaginable casualties.
it's one of those things where the developers know what they're making. Screen shake was the first thing I turned off in all EDF games. Yeah, it can definitely get obnoxious. Like, when I was earlier in the game, it wasn't that bothersome, but now, like, with all of these UFOs attacking, yeah, it gets really bad. Pause against the use of battle drones.
Which freaking country sent those things?
Face the reality. It's an alien invasion.
Yep.
No time for jokes.